Hello, welcome to the letter of the day video. Today's letter is going to be the letter P. Letter P looks like this. Take a good look at it so you can recognize it. Now, I'm going to help you to recognize it by decorating the letter P for you today. You can get a copy of these blank letters so that you could decorate them too, or you could just draw them on paper. So P is for potato. So I'm going to be using some pink paint. P is also for pink. And I'm going to be using a potato that I cut in half. I'm going to dip it into the pink paint and do some potato stamping on the letter P. That just helps me to remember the shape of letter P. It just makes a super fun way to decorate the letter. So this is the uppercase letter P. You can do some potato stamping today too if you'd like. Okay, so now that we know what the letter P looks like, let's try to write it, okay? So the letter P looks like the number 1. And then we're going to blow one bubble. Let's try that together. So we're going to make a number 1. And then we're going to blow a bubble. The bubble is going to be up at the top. So 1 and a bubble. There are several letters that blow bubbles, B and D, and also the P blows a bubble. This bubble is upstairs. Let me show you on the handwriting house. Okay, so on the handwriting house, you're going to make the number 1 all the way down. And I'll use pink since P is for pink. And then you're going to blow a bubble upstairs. So 1 bubble. 1 bubble, just like that. 1 bubble. Okay, if you'd like to practice your handwriting, you can do that. And if you don't have paper, you can even skywrite 1 bubble. This is the uppercase letter P. Now for the lowercase letter P, it looks exactly the same as the uppercase P. The only difference is it's just lower down on the house. So let's see what that looks like, okay? For lowercase p, you're going to still make a number 1, but you're just going to blow the bubble downstairs, and the 1 goes all the way down into the basement. The lowercase or little letters usually stay downstairs, but this one's a teenage letter. It can come and hang out in the basement. So make a number 1 all the way down, and then blow a bubble. 1 bubble. That's the lowercase p. Now that we know how to recognize a P and how to write it, let's learn how it sounds. That's phonics. So letter P makes this sound. P, p, p. You have to put your lips inside and then open up your mouth like this. P, p, p. You try. Kind of sounds like we're popping popcorn. Let's do it together and see if it sounds like popcorn. Do you like popcorn? I love popcorn, especially when I'm watching a movie. Well, we're going to play a game, and the name of the game is popcorn. I'm going to show you some cards with letters on them. If you see the letter P, then you pop like popcorn. Are you ready? If you'd like to, you can even call out the other letter names. That's a D. Pop, that's a P. Good job. Pop. F. See the candy cane? F. P. Did you pop? G. J. Pop. That's the letter P. M, P, pop. Pop, it's the letter P again. You did a great job popping like popcorn. Well, P says P as in popcorn, so that's your clue today. I'm gonna pop to help you to remember the sound that P makes. We're going to do some blending, and I'm gonna need my vowels before we start. If you know the vowels, can you say them now? The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. Well, you did such a great job with the vowels. I'm sending you a sticker, and it's pink. It's a pink sparkly sticker. That's for you. Okay, good job. Now we're going to take these vowels and put a letter P in front, and we're going to blend these two letter sounds. That's all reading is. It's just blending letter sounds together. So we start with just two letters to get us going. All right, so let's put these two sounds together. P, ah, pa, pa, pa. Okay, you ready? P, eh, pe, pe. I, pe, pe. Ah, pa, pa. Pa, pa. Now let's make a few words, okay? Let's see if we can turn this blend into a word. I want to spell pat. So what letter makes this sound t, 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 like a ticking clock? T, 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 t. It's letter T. Let's read this word together. Pat, pat, pat. Like when you pat your head, pat your dog's head. Let's try this one. I want this to say pig. So what letter makes the sound g, 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 like when you're drinking? It's letter G. G makes that sound. So let's read this word. Pig, 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 like oink, oink, like the pig. All right, so now I want this last one to say pup. So what letter says p, 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 p? It's letter P. It's our letter today. So let's read this. Pup, pup, pup. Maybe you even have a pup. Well, that was really good blending and reading. That was our phonics time for today. Now we're going to be doing some math. Before we do though, I want to tell you something that starts with a P. Potato. Potato starts with P, and we're going to be counting some potatoes today. That's our theme. So I want you to help me. We're going to do some counting, and if you don't mind, you can use your fingers to count along with me. Will you wiggle your fingers up high? Will you wiggle them down low? Will you wiggle them behind your back? Wiggle them in front of you. Okay, I think your fingers are ready. So let's do the number 1 with our finger. And let's take a look at this flashcard. I'm going to put the link below so you can get these flashcards too. That's what 1 looks like, and that's the word 1. 1 potato. Hold up 2 fingers. 2 potatoes. 3 potatoes. 4. Can you hold up 4? 5 potatoes. That's the number 5 in the word 5. 6 potatoes. 7 potatoes. Okay, let's sing a little song. Let's use our fingers again. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. Well, you did a good job counting the numbers 1 through 7. I want to do something else. I want us to see if you can recognize the numbers even when they're not in order. So let's see if we can count how many potatoes there are here. 1, 2. 2 potatoes. Can you find the number 2? You point and I'll circle it for us. There's the number 2. 2 potatoes. All right, let's try to count the next set of potatoes. How many potatoes can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. So which number is number 4? There it is. That's number 4. Good job. All right, let's count again. How many potatoes? 1, 2, 3. Can you find the number 3? Right here? That's it. That's the number 3. All right, let's count all these potatoes. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you spot the number 5? There's number 5. Last one. How many potatoes can you see? Just 1. And where's number 1? It's right here. Well, you did a great job counting up to 7 and then recognizing the numbers 1 through 5 out of order. Well, now we're going to do our color for today. Can you tell me what color is the potato? The potato is brown, and that's our color today, brown. Let's sing and spell brown. There is a color we all know. Can you guess what it is? B-R-O-W-N, B-R-O-W-N, B-R-O-W-N. That's how you spell brown. Well, I want to ask you something else about this potato. What shape is it? It's an oval. A potato is an oval. And I wanted to show you my friend Ollie oval. Instead of saying football, let's use potato. I am Ollie oval. A potato shape is mine. Some people think that I'm an egg, but I think I look just fine. Well, today we used an oval when we did our potato stamping, because when you open up a potato and cut it, it's an oval inside and outside. So you can use a potato and stamp some ovals today for shape practice if you'd like to. Okay, now it's time for our art project. We're going to make a potato person. Let me change my camera view and show you. Here are the things we need for our potato person. We need a potato, and I'm just going to wipe off all the dirt. Okay, now you can decorate your potato person however you'd like, but I think I'm going to give mine some wiggly eyes. If you don't have wiggly eyes, you could always just use a marker. Okay, now I'm going to use a pom-pom ball for his nose. And I'm just going to draw on a smile for him. Now I'm going to give him some legs and some arms, and I'm just using some pipe cleaners. I like pipe cleaners so that I can bend them and make some little feet. Okay, now I'm going to give him some arms. I'm just using some sticks. I'm going to add on some hair. I just have some feathers here. And I'm just going to give him some pink hair on the top of his head. He looks really cute. That's our art project for today. A potato person. Now let's do some science, okay? I want to ask you a question. What do you usually plant in the ground in order to grow something? What do you put in the ground? It starts with an S. Seeds. We usually plant seeds to grow something like flowers or vegetables. But for the potato, you don't have to use seeds. To grow a potato, you just need a potato. Now, before I tell you more, I have a riddle for you. What has eyes but cannot see? Any guesses? What has eyes but cannot see? It's a potato. A potato has eyes, but not like the eyes that we just stuck on our Mr. Potato. A potato has these little white spots on it. I'll show you. And these little white spots on a potato are called eyes. A potato can't use them to see, but those are where new plants are going to grow from the potato. So we're going to grow a potato from a potato in class today. All you need is a jar with some water in it. This one is filled with water. And you need a potato. So I have a potato, and guess what? This one is already starting to sprout from one of the eyes. So we have a little bit of a head start. I'm going to take some sticks and just poke them in the sides. I'm going to use 3 sticks. The sticks just help it not to fall in the water. Okay, so now I'm going to put this down into the jar. And what's going to happen is these are going to continue to sprout and make a stem and some leaves, and we're going to see roots start to grow down from the bottom. And there's some other eyes on this potato, so we'll begin to see some other new growth on there as well. This is not a seed, it's actually called a tuber. Can you say tuber? Tuber. It's a part of a potato plant that is used to store the food for the plant. Let me show you what a tuber looks like and what a potato plant looks like. Can you spot all the tubers? Let's count how many tubers we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are tubers or potatoes, and they are used to store food for the plant. Now, as you can see at the top of this potato plant, there are flowers. So that means that this potato plant can grow seeds. And you can use seeds to grow a potato plant, but God designed the potato plant to be able to grow even without seeds. All you need is one of those eyes. You don't even have to have the whole potato. You can cut off a part of the potato. Just make sure you see some eyes on the part you cut out, and you can put that in the ground and new potatoes will grow from a potato. That's pretty amazing design by God. Okay, I have a story for us to read today during story time. It's just a fun story. It's called One Potato, Two Potato. This story is by Todd Doodler. One potato, two potato. Mr. Potato was having a party. His friends were all invited. He set a festive table. Mr. Potato was excited. 1 potato in the house, then 2, 3, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potato knocked at Mr. Potato's door. 7 potato, 8 potato, 9 potato, 10, 11 potato, 12 potato. Hey, how have you been? The party had just started. Mr. Potato was having fun. Ice cream, candy, cookies, and birthday cake for everyone. Ding dong. But then 13 potato, 14 potato, 15 potato, 16, 17 potato, 18 potato, whatever was he thinking? 19 potato, 20 potato, there was room for no more. 20 potatoes were stacked from the ceiling to the floor. Mr. Potato looked around. All his friends had come, but Mr. Potato hadn't counted before inviting everyone. Everyone stood still. No one could budge. Suddenly came a slight move and then a forceful nudge. One potato elbowed, another potato pushed. Soon all the potatoes were smushed. They look like mashed potatoes, don't they? But now that they were mashed potatoes, the party could resume. The potatoes had a ball with much more party room. Mr. Potato was relieved when the party ended soon. Then 19 potatoes slid out of the room. One potato was happy. You can never have too many friends, but Mr. Potato will be careful before he invites them all back again. One potato, two potato, three potato, four. What happens when they all show up at Mr. Potato's door? The end. Well, I hope you had fun today. Maybe you can make a Mr. Potato or a Mrs. Potato for yourself. You can do some potato stamping and practice the letter P. P says pa, pa, pa. And you can also plant a potato from a potato if you'd like to for science. I'll see you next time for our letter of the day. Bye-bye.